We're going to talk today about how to escape the money trap. And over the decades, I've helped a lot of people do this. I've done it myself. I use the same plan that I'm going to share with you. And I hope that it helps you. My name is Maurice Kempner. I'm an attorney, real estate broker, business consultant, and coach. Welcome to True Legacy Wealth Media. Now, the first thing you're going to have to do, or you need to do, is kind of draw a line in the sand. So this is how much money you're going to need to live the way you want to live. The lower you draw the line in income, the lower you draw the line in your expenses, rather, not your income, the faster you're going to get to that line, right? Now, there's basic things that you need. So you need food, you need clothes, you need shelter, and there's going to be some possible taxes. These are pretty much the main things, and transportation. And beyond that, you really don't need a lot of stuff. So you need to figure out what is the best way to lower all your costs and these things to this number, this monthly number, this annual number. And then that's your target. That's your line in the sand. Then the next thing you do is you set aside all the money you can set aside to build a portfolio of investments. This could be real estate, stock, bonds, all kinds of things, stocks that pay dividends. Build this up until it has the potential to give you passive income that equals this line. So once you cross this line, then you're financially independent. Okay? One of the biggest determinants, and I think it is the biggest one, as to how low you can get this line and thus how soon you can cross it is where you live. Okay? If you live in a really expensive area, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to that line. And personally, I don't think there's any reason why you would want to have to feel like you have to live in any particular place. I mean, maybe there's some reasons you've got, I don't know. Because if you have freedom of time and place, if you set yourself up so that the way you're going to be making money is not dependent upon your location, where you have freedom of time and place, you have online businesses, or you can work online. That's what I can do. I can be anywhere in the world with an internet connection, and I can make a living. Okay, so I recommend that to everybody. Now, not everybody wants to do it, and there's no right or wrong about this. This is basically what you want to do. But if you move to a place that helps you cross this line sooner, but you want to go visit people you know in other places or go to other places in the world, you can always do that if you have the freedom of time and place to work when and how you want to, if you even want to work, right? Now, the other thing that I would say here as far as crossing this line is you don't even have to necessarily wait until you cross the line. So let's say you're working full time and you're putting a certain amount of money aside. You got a business you're working in, or you have a job, whatever it is, and you're setting this money aside, you're making this investment to get to this passive income, right? Well, at some point you can start living off of that passive income to a certain degree, but it might not be enough to cross you over the line. So let's say you work part-time, and you work part-time enough to get you so that you can still be investing at the same rate you were, but you haven't crossed the line yet. But since you haven't crossed the line, but you're part of the way there, you can work less. And so that's kind of you can take your independence in stages. And I think this is kind of a key thing that people should think about, because if you only work 20 hours a week or 30 hours a week or 10 hours a week, that's pretty good. It's not complete financial independence. And then after you cross the line, you might want to do some work that you really like anyway. And after you cross the line, and this is kind of one of the most important parts, is you want to be able to keep investing a certain percentage of your income. I would include that in this line amount so that you can keep building on your standard of living, making it go up and up and up over time by continuing to invest and putting on this pile of investments that's going to give you this passive income. And the last thing I would tell you is to have the right mindset about all this. Now, money is like a drug. People get addicted to it, just like alcohol, drugs, whatever. It's a powerful drug. And I would say doing and being things is far more important than having things. Be prepared to give up anything physical any kind of possession or whatever, to just be able to do and be the things you want to do, I think is kind of a key thing. And then later, as you get more and more money, if you want to add some things on that you think are going to help you achieve your primary purpose in life and be happy and all that, right, more power to you, right? And the other thing I would say about the mindset is this doesn't mean you have to just scrimp with every penny, save everything, and never do anything fun. I'm not saying that at all. Don't do that. Always set some money aside. Go get your cup of coffee if you want. Go out to dinner once in a while, but just watch it. Be reasonable about it. Don't go crazy because it is like a drug, and you'll just start spending a lot of money if you're not careful. So anyway, that's how you get there. So in summary and in conclusion, you got to establish this line. And this line is easier to cross and less expensive depending on where you live, right? That can have a big part of it. And once you cross the line, you can, well, going back a little bit, you can cross the line in steps if you want to. You don't have to wait until you get all the way across the line before you start having some fun with your. You can be semi-financially independent, right? And then once you cross this line, you want to always keep adding to this pile of investments to try to increase your standard of living more and more over time. And the last thing I'll say is if you live long enough, you're going to have to be financially independent, right? Because there'll come a time when you can't work anyway, if you live long enough, right? So why not just start right now? There's no reason not to do this. Just start right now. I think it'll make your life better. You'll be happy. Don't be so worried about having a lot of things or possessions or money. Don't drive yourself crazy with working massive overtime and all this kind of stuff. I mean, life is to enjoy, and you can work and set money aside and have a good life, and you can get there and you can be financially independent if you concentrate on it. The key is not to spend all your money. That's what people do is they spend all their money. They don't set anything aside. So they don't set a line to become financially independent. They don't have a plan, and they don't set money aside to make it happen. So don't be one of those people if you want to be financially independent. So I hope this helps. I hope you like it. And if you do, I hope you'll like and subscribe. And thanks for watching.